Narcissists thrive on confusion, whether it's the confusion they're trying to give you or the confusion that they're trying to create with other people. When they triangulate you, the lies, not knowing what's the truth, they thrive on that confusion. And part of that is energetically. What's going on, y'all? I am Lodonis, Raven Wolf, Dragonstorm, your seer and sage. We're going to talk about energy tonight. You know, whether you consider yourself, whether you are psychic, whether you have like a deep connection with whatever God you serve, with nature, we are all connected. We're all connected through energy. All of us, willpower manifests, all right? No matter how you say it, through prayer or action, or ritual work, whatever it is. Energy connects everything. That narcissist is an energy vampire. And they create things through illusion, through lies, through cognitive dissonance. That's how they create a world, all right? And both of those things can manifest. Willpower and illusion can both manifest. But the way that they create, the way that they make things happen is through lying and cognitive dissonance, creating a world through lies. And, words have power, saying things over and over again. But it's confusion. It's based in confusion and creating confusion in others, and also not recognizing themselves. Willpower is different. When you manifest through willpower, that's because you have the drive, the effort, the work you put into it. You believe in yourself. You believe in what you're doing. You believe that you have your guardians with you, your angels, your spirits, your God, whatever it is. You've got those things with you, and you create things through willpower. And that's what a narcissist wants to destroy. They're naturally evil. Like I've been saying this a lot, like there are people with NPD who do recover, who go to psychotherapy and like become better people. Some of them do the same kind of content. Now I can't vouch as to whether or not they're actually like good people or not. All I can tell you is I know that from the narcissists that I've had interactions with, that they're evil. They're energy drainers. They want to destroy. That's how they move forward in life. That's how they create things, is through the destruction of others, through just draining other people, like energy vampires. And part of that cognitive dissonance that they create, and that the illusions that they cast, really does take a toll on you energetically. So there's three levels. There's three levels of being. There's mind, body, and spirit. And all these things are connected. And your spirit is connected to everything, to source, to God, to one another, to all living creatures. Everything has vibrational energy in it. And so when you're around someone, or they give you a gift, or there's an impression, when a narcissist gives you something, when they're in the love bomb stage and they give you something, a gift or something, it's meant to maintain a memory, a traumatic response, traumatic memory in you. It's meant to fool you, create an illusion that they care, but there's deception involved in that. So that item, that gift, that whatever it is, that's cursed. It really is cursed with a negative intent. Whereas when you give someone something because you love them, that's love, that's will, that's trying to manifest, a deeper connection, that's trying to show a deeper connection between you and another person. This is why it's important to throw things out that narcissist leaves at your house. Throw out whatever they gave you, throw out whatever memory. It's time to get rid of them photos, it's time to get rid of them videos, it's time to get rid of all of that. They are all meant to drag you down. There's nothing good in that memory. There's nothing good. Psychologically, it's going to mess you up. And spiritually, energetically, it's there to fool you. It is a part of the illusionist tool. It's part of that demonic tool to bring you down. I call narcissists demons, and the reason that I do that is because, like I said in my last video, and thank you for all you guys who watched and shared that out and supported me on that. I really appreciate you. Thank you to all my new subs. Those, they were victims at one point. They went through a traumatic experience, but unlike a lot of us who go through experiences, many of us, or if not all of us, right, in life, we all go through stuff. They chose not to heal, to face those things and transmute that energy. They chose not to work on their shadow self, and they embraced their demons. They embraced on running around on people, lying to people, giving into their fears and insecurities, and then covering them up with a false ego. When your person is that negative, all right, when they give into those negative, selfish impulses, they draw in dark energy. They create bad karma, which in turn will draw dark spirits to them. And if you are a person who lives in that energy and that bad karma, and it becomes your day to day, and you have those dark forces around you watching you, looking over your shoulder, who you messing up today? Because them demons, them dark spirits, man, they love the Jerry Springer Show too. Okay, it's not just the flying monkeys and the other narcissists and the other nasty people that co-sign with them. It's spiritually too. And if you live in that for so long, you will become possessed. People can People can become possessed with demons or dark spirits, just like items, objects, areas, houses, any of it. Anything that is charged up with a negative vibration can attract those types of energies. So just be aware of that. And they become demons after a certain amount of time. And that's why they eventually fall apart. That's why they eventually, like, their skills of manipulation or their looks or what, they begin to just like fall apart, crack, their face cracks, because they've got a contract with the devil, and the devil's going to give them what they want, help sustain their illusions for as long as they're doing the devil's work. But one day the devil's going to eat them up. That's why when they have, one of the reasons why when they go into a narcissistic collapse, because they don't have any fuel, like, they begin to eat themselves up. They have to face and recognize what they've done, and they don't want to do that, so they start spurging out. It's because the devil's eating them alive. Everything has to do with energy. Everything in life with spirit energy. So you want to get rid of those gifts that they gave you. You want to get rid of those pictures. You want to get rid of those reminders. You really do want to get rid of all this stuff, unless you're taking them to court or you need it for some kind of defense. I know it's hard, but you really need to get rid of those, because you will never achieve clarity. Clarity is so important. Knowing your authentic self, understanding, like, your unhealthy parts of your ego, your healthy ego. It's really important to know these things. Remember, you were targeted for abuse. Like, you went through a traumatic experience. You battled demons, literally dark forces. It wasn't just that narcissist who was talking trash. It was every freaking dark entity and every dark energy that was around them and that fed into that. You're fighting all that too. And they want to spread their pain. They want you to become them. They want to take good-hearted people who love, whatever, whether it was an insecurity or your lack of awareness or lack of boundaries, or you're just like a really sensitive empath, whatever it was, whatever made you that susceptible to the con artist. You need to shore those things up. But at the same time, you need to get through those traumas they put in you spiritually, really. I mean, if you're a religious person, you need to go to your religious institution. If you're a spiritual person, do whatever it is that you do to cleanse yourself. Just taking showers. Taking water is an element of emotion. Water is a cleansing element. Just take a shower, clean your clothes, get rid of clothes if you have to, get rid of anything in your space that is connected or reminds you or was gifted to you by that demon. Get rid of it, because you were being attacked, and you're also being attacked consistently. Some of the reasons why it's so hard to break away from a narcissist is because whether or not they have a psychic disposition, or, psychic powers or abilities or whatnot, because good and bad, we all have it. They're manic. They're constantly thinking about you, stalking you, hunting you down, looking at your socials, doing all these things. When a person is doing that, I can tell you personally as a spellcaster, that is casting curses, that is casting hexes, that is casting spells, that's trying to manipulate you, right? All right, it is what it is. You have to understand you are under consistent attack by by that negative force, that negative spirit energy that's coming at you. You got to cleanse yourself, man. Put up your crosses, use some sage and smudge your area. Get some holy water, put it around. Whatever it is you need to do, whatever your faith is, whatever your connection to source is, use it. And if you are an atheist or person who doesn't believe in those things, please trust and believe me. All right, you may not believe in those things, but those things exist. The energy exists between us. That is attacking you. Those demons are attacking you, that dark force. And that's why it's also important to go no contact. It's hard to go no contact because they're constantly manically thinking about you, especially if they feel like they lost control over you. You got to let it go. You got to find your authentic self. You are under attack, not just mentally or physically, but also spiritually. You've got to cleanse yourself of those things. Letting go is a hard thing to do. And the more that you think about them too, and this is difficult for me, for those of us who, like, I don't know, maybe we all had a deep love for this for our abuser, which is like so sick to even say. But if you love them and you think about them, and that connection is continuing the cycle. If you're like a card reader, reading cards on them, it's continuing the cycle. Thinking about them, whatever it's like. And I know it's hard. It's a process, but you've got to learn to let them go. They are depending on sometimes leaving you alone for so long that you heal just enough that they can come back into your life. Because once you start healing, you start feeling your true heart, you start feeling who you really are, your energies begin to realign. You begin feeling that basic love, that good love that you have for others, that good disposition that you have, the good person that you are in your soul. And they depend on that because they want to come back and play on you once again. They want to play their games. You got to find your authentic self and have the strength to say no more. Just no more. The These things are not just your emotions or your body and your body chemistry and your mind. It's also spirit. And that person's been putting hexes on you and curses on you this whole time. And when a person is manic and like stalking and just constantly thinking about you and constantly looking at your socials and constantly trying to get around to get attention, like when an evil person, and I can tell you this, is like I said, as a caster, when a person is constantly aiming their third eye, their energies at you all the time, all right, especially an evil eye, it is throwing energy your way, and it is going to disrupt you until you say no more. You stand up, man. Ask for the archangel's protection. Ask for God's protection. Whatever it is that you believe, you summon all of that. It's hard. They put you in a state where you become addicted to them because they have addictive personalities. And God help you if you're manic like I am, because it's hard to break away from addictive things. But until you stand your ground and just say no more, and really, not just your mind, but your body and your soul, that connection is always going to be there. So remember to protect yourself, guys. Like I said, whatever it is, whatever your connection to source is, whatever God you believe in, God, goddess, whatever it is that you do, get right with that. You're battling demons, and those demons aren't going to stop until you've gray rocked them, no contact them, until you've just given them nothing. They have nothing. And that's what you've got to do. Remember to be good to yourself and be good to each other, and never again suffer that fool. Walk away.